Danny Masterson of previous hit show That 70s Show and The Ranch has been in headlines lately as he has been sentenced to 30 years behind bars due to SA allegations and a guilty verdict on all charges. Danny's wife since 2011, Bijou Phillips, has officially filed for divorce according to released reports on September 19th of this year, 2023, just 2 weeks after his sentencing. Bijou and Danny share one daughter together. They have a history where they began to date back in 2004 and became engaged in the year of 2009. Bijou has requested spousal support from Masterson in prison since the divorce filing had discovered the couple never had a prenup. It has also been reported that she also wants her now ex to pay her attorney fees as well. Now, something that happened in the courtroom that day the verdict was read had caught the attention of many. Before being taken away to prison from the room, Danny had blown a kiss to his visibly upset wife, Bijou. Masterson was apparently initially tried for these allegations in late 2022, but a mistrial was called after jurors were unable to come to a solid, unanimous verdict. It has been said 10 out of 12 were said to have wanted to vote and found Masterson not guilty based on the evidence presented. These allegations came to light around 2017 when it had been said that there was an open investigation going on with the actor. Eventually, this all affected his role in the Netflix series The Ranch with his buddy Ashton Kutcher, resulting in his character's exit, and he was removed from the on and off camera of the show completely. And that includes his writing and directing contributions. United Talent Agency also decided to cut ties with the actor as well. But oddly enough, many don't know much about Danny Masterson's wife, Bijou Phillips. Who exactly is she? What is her story? Did she really not know about anything with Danny's past? Bijou was born in 1980, making her about 43 years old, and originally from Greenwich, Connecticut. Daughter of John Phillips, famous from the Mamas and Papas, and his third wife, who was a South African model, actress, and artist. It has been told that she was named after the song My Petite Bijou, which means jewel in French. Bijou had siblings, in which one was actress Mackenzie Phillips, where when she was 13 years old, her sister Mackenzie apparently told her about her inappropriate relationship with their father, which caused some trust issues among her and her family members, as well as all her friendships and relationships down the road in the future. At just age 14, she left school and moved into her own apartment with a housekeeper just off of Fifth Avenue, and was the new wild child of the rebellious, rich New York City lifestyle. She was one of the original tabloid fixtures in media during the early 90s into the early 2000s. Let's get real. She had a stocked and always filled bank account, lived on her own in a big city, and at the time, that's where fashion and acting was going on all over the city in every block, and was invited to clubs by famous connections. She was also seen during the late-night paparazzi times with Nicki and Paris Hilton. In the early stages of her new independent life, she was a model for Calvin Klein and had done magazine covers for Vogue in different countries. During this time, it was everywhere, those Calvin Klein ads, where everyone was in white underwear briefs, even young children, and it had been widely condemned as inappropriate. In later years, Bijou had been outspoken about her distaste and trust in the modeling world and industry after her experiences. Learning again, it's not always what it seems. She decided to cross over into singing and acting. She did release and record an album called I'd Rather Eat Grass on May 11th of 1999. It had been said that her musical style was similar to Natalie Imbruglia at the time. Eventually, all these experiences led her to do films, but never reached complete movie star leading role status, but she did have her own following. Prior to her relationship with Danny, she actually dated Sean Lennon, the son of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, where she was actually the muse and subject matter of his album Friendly Fire in 2006, while she was already in an established relationship with Danny Masterson. Ugh, yikes! Oddly enough, at a poker tournament in Las Vegas, she and Danny met. Both being Scientologists, the couple decided to talk after the game and seemed to hit it off right away. But at first, Bijou was confused on who is this guy and does he have an ego? Because he wasn't laughing at any of her jokes. Eventually, they got married in a private castle in Ireland and had a child together. Now, throughout this time forward, she had struggled with the trust regarding her sister and father, but openly spoken out, eventually said she sides that her father didn't do any of these things Mackenzie had claimed. In 2017, Bijou was actually said to have been trouble and, a play on words, a bully to new actors. In November of 2017, Daniel Frances, famously known for his role in Mean Girls, had reported that she had ridiculed him about his sexuality and weight and physically harmed him on the set of Bully. Another actress in the same month, Heather, I'm going to say this wrong, Manaquazo, who is best known for her role in Princess Diaries, was pinned up against a wall and choked, allegedly, by Bijou while filming Hostel Part 2, which leads us to her wild behavior and stories in Hollywood. Of this Bijou, Andy Warhol's goddaughter. It is no secret she was known for her non-prescription addictions and allegedly jabbed her friend in the leg, removed a friend's fingertip with a cigar cutter, and many more wild, crazy stories. Do you think Danny pulled the same moves and lines with her that he did with these women he had harmed? Do you think she was aware of his extreme ways? If Bijou has overcome her challenges and calmed her life down, we commend that. But if she knew and was okay with her husband's ways of communication with other women, that's another thing. She was the queen of drama and scandal before TMZ followed Britney, Paris, Amanda Bynes, and Lindsay. Is she showing growth, freedom, or purposely just separating herself from another male figure in her life that is surrounded by negative controversy? According to online Nikki Swift reports, Bijou had been, quote, saying that she's happy that I got all that out of the way, out of my system when I was a kid, and despite echoing her half-sister Mackenzie and China's hatred for their father during her earlier years, retrospect helped her see how much he truly cared for her, especially after his non-prescriptions use led to heart failure and ultimately, sadly, death. My dad was a great guy, Bijou had told The Guardian, an awesome dad. He had his own problems. He took custody of me. He took me to school every day, made me breakfast, picked me up, made me dinner. When I used to be angry at him, it wasn't really my anger. Now it's like, wow, he did such a good job. The filing for divorce by Bijou from Danny shocked many, as she had last publicly admitted she was standing strong beside him and plans to help with appeals. Is that still the plan? I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. I'm Leenda, and that's For the Record, Your Honor.